Opinions you hear are that of the host and callers and do not necessarily reflect the opinion of 102.5 The Bone.
Are you ready? All right, everybody.
Pay attention.
It starts here.
Now that we're all prepared, let's start the show.
The conversation is about to get louder. You're listening to Miggs and Swig. Don Miggs, Ben Swig, and JoJo. From music to marriage, from politics to parenting, from dating to deep thoughts and sports. Get ready for Miggs and Swig. Life out loud.
Let's get the show on the road.
Oh my gosh, this is an exciting day. It's just you and me, JoJo. Hey everybody, it's Don Miggs here at the Miggs and Swig Show with the wonderful, beautiful JoJo.
Oh, good morning.
And it's just us. Ben Swig is out on the road again. Out on the road again.
He is. Now he's with Cletus.
So he actually, I think he was a little mad at me because I said yesterday.
There seemed like a little bit of a tone.
There was a tone. You know when that tone comes and you know there's a tone and everyone tries to.
It's not a tony tone.
Yeah.
It's just a tone. No, but I felt a tone from you.
Oh, really?
Just in like you telling him just don't even bother.
I meant to completely help him, like the whole. Remember
know.
last year when he would like be in front of the thing and you'd be Skyping with him, and his phone would go out. So Ben Swig is on the road each year for the last 2 years. He has this terrible idea that he's going to have family time, and that family time means they're going to get an RV and drive somewhere across the country, which is almost the equivalent of hell. Have you ever been in an RV like that? Have you ever done road camper trips?
I think I could do it. I don't know that I could do it with.
That's not what I asked. Have you done it?
I don't know that I could do it with a 13-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an almost 2-year-old.
Or with a Ben Swig.
Or with the 44-year-old.
Or with
correct.
a Ben Swig.
That, yes.
I don't know about, like my wife says.
I'm a fan of road trips, though.
Road trips are great. I mean,
but that's what this is.
I'm a touring guy, so yeah, but this is, no, it's not. When you're like touring and you're on a road trip, you're not, maybe you are.
You mean to tell me like you wouldn't go with Lisa and drive?
Oh yeah, I drive 1,000,000 miles.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do it with my kids, but I would do it.
You wouldn't do it again,
with my partner. I think it would be a blast.
It would be a blast.
And just.
But with the kids and doing all that, there's a whole nightmare aspect to it. And so before they left, Nadia, Ben's wife, was saying that there wasn't hot water for the shower, or it'd be scorching hot for a minute and then really cold. There was no actual water. So if Nadia is listening, I'd love an update if the shower situation is on point, because I will tell you this: if the shower's not working, my wife, first of all, she would never do it. You've been on a tour bus, obviously, in your past. We don't want to talk about that.
Say it like that.
Why,
yes, I have.
Well, I mean, they're beautiful.
Yes,
nice,
but this isn't a tour bus.
That was my point.
This is a mobile home.
This is a mobile home. And before they left, she was worried about that. And so we were in Montana, as you know, you were there. And they raided the pantry because you need to have some food, because
you need provisions.
More than that,
you
boredom.
gotta keep those kids quiet.
Yeah, when the boredom kicks in. Now, why are you allowed in an RV to not have seatbelts?
I don't know.
You're allowed to walk around, no seatbelts. If that thing hits something.
A school bus doesn't have seatbelts.
Yeah, it does.
No, they don't. It's a bus rule. I don't know why. Like public transportation, buses by law don't have to have seatbelts. RVs fall under that.
Tell me why that is.
I don't know. I really don't.
Jamie didn't make all of those rules up.
You know, Jamie is so authoritative when he speaks. I feel like he has made the rules up.
Oh, like he knows everything about everything.
And what the key is, sound that way, even though I'm completely making all this up. I have no idea what's going on.
But
if you sound like
asking.
But school buses do not have seatbelts.
They
Public
don't.
transportation doesn't have. I mean, train. Do you see seatbelts on trains? I've never been on one. Or a subway. I've never.
No, you're right.
No, they don't have them.
Yeah.
And those go pretty quick. So then why? Oh, is that? I'm starting to think of reasons. Because they say there's a professional driver?
Oh, are they professional?
No, then what's I want to know the reason why.
I really don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but I do know the law actually does state that school buses and things like that, like RVs, don't have to have seatbelts. I don't know the logic behind it, though.
I'm going to Google it really quickly.
Because the only thing I can think right now is the cost, but how much does a seatbelt cost versus...
And you think, if anything, school buses, wouldn't people be up in arms? Why don't, protect the kids when they're on their way to school or on their way home?
I mean,
that would be the first thing you would want to...
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing that comes up of why why buses not have seatbelts? The simple answer is that they don't need them. In a cost-benefit analysis, the cost of adding seatbelts to school buses outweighs any potential benefits. According to NHTSA studies, modern school buses are large and heavy, and their passengers sit high off the ground. This means they're remarkably safe.
Except if it flips
Yeah.
or goes off,
Which has happened. I've seen video of school buses
Yeah.
flipping over, like going in ditches and stuff.
That's
Kids
stupid.
flying out the windows. It was freaky.
What I don't get is that I have to leave my kid, really supposed to, leave him in a car seat until an embarrassing age for him.
Right.
Until he's so big that he looks like Elf
Yes.
in this car seat. That's really the law.
Yeah.
But you can, get in a subway which is going 1,000 miles an hour with some guy who's probably on meth.
Yeah. And just stand under his smelly
Yeah.
armpit
Hey,
and hang out.
No offense to anyone who's doing meth or drives a subway. We're not.
But no, Cletus does not have seatbelts. Ben is in Yosemite, and that's why I had asked if he had good reception, because last year there were a few times where we tried to connect with him, and he was in bad parts of North Dakota or wherever he was. But so it was just funny in reading, because I've learned your text.
I don't mean
verbiage.
I just write the
I know,
words.
I
don't
know.
get flowery in a text.
Well, I know.
I gotta apologize to
No.
him. Damn it! Now I have to apologize.
But then, so then his response was like, "And why is that, Dawn?" And I could see him, and I could hear him, and the
didn't
way
get
that he
any of
felt
that.
like you were just telling him to.
You know what, Jamie? Can you and JoJo talk? I got a text. I got to quickly
he
text
can't
him.
do more than one thing. I will talk and tell you that prior to us going to Montana last week, which was amazing, and we're going to talk about that, and Don Henley performing, which I would like to talk about that.
Did you want to talk about Don Miggs performing? No, that wasn't important. That wasn't on your
Yes,
okay,
I
go
do want to talk about that,
Okay, good.
and some comments that were made when you performed.
Uh-oh.
What comments from whom?
Well, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Not from Don Henley.
But what I wanted to talk about was the fact that since I haven't spoken since the Ben Swig family stayed in the same house as myself for a week, it was eye opening.
Uh-oh. Should we tell him not to listen to the show?
Oh no, he can listen.
If we're gonna tell-
He already knows, because he is like my brother. Like literally and figuratively, he is my brother.
He's kind of the brother you don't really see much, because Ben is he's less visible than Waldo.
His wife is a saint.
Yeah, she's got to be
And a way better woman than I will probably ever be.
a good kisser.
But in talking to her, there's somebody for everybody.
Because she thinks
gets
that
him.
guy. She says, "Oh, because
No, she knows. She knows how lazy and non-communicative he is a majority of the time. But she understands it, and she gets him. I do not operate that way.
No, did you? So guys, we're in Montana, and Mr. D does this amazing thing, Eddie DeBartolo, where you get to Montana if you've been invited, and Mike Calter was actually there, and I'd love to hear if Mike, because Mike
He doesn't
probably
listen,
listens on
no.
Saturday mornings. No, I'd love to get his take on the thing, but he's probably saving it for his own show. Very, very selfish of him. He does this great thing, Mr. D, where he has a carnival for 4 days. He invites between 600 and 700 people, and he basically foots the bill if you get there. That's not an invite to any of you, because he's not inviting you.
No.
But if you happen to be able to get to this thing, he's gonna
Whichever
do it.
year I cross my fingers that I'm still going to be
Oh,
invited.
trust me, so do I.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always.
'Cause everyone,
I check the list.
I'm going to tell you, I know people are joking, but I feel like you're not joking if you actually write it or say it to somebody. So I had like several people either text me or comment on things like, "Oh my God, where's my invite? I
Right.
want to go." And I'm like, I don't even know that I'm going to be invited
Right.
every year.
There was a woman who texted or emailed or something with the sisters about 80 times, who was like, "How come I'm not coming? I want to go." Actually tried to go and said something to Amy, who works for Mr. D, saying,
It's amazing to
I
me.
have an invite. The girls want me to go, and so she called the girls, and the
Did
girls
she
were
not
like,
think
"What?"
that Amy would call the girls?
I don't know, but I don't remember what my point was when I started this
Sorry, I
conversation.
totally interrupted you.
You really did. And Jamie wasn't paying attention.
Talking about
Yeah, we were talking about Montana.
Ben?
And Ben.
Yes.
Oh, so we're at this thing, And he does the fireworks. Mr. D does the fireworks on the 4th,
Yes.
and they're amazing. They're so amazing that anyone who lives in the Montana area, they all come around the ranch and they park their cars.
Yeah,
you can see
you
them.
can see cars lined up.
I hear if you're overhead, it's like for miles, like
Yeah.
cars to see this thing. So what's going on? We have the beautiful moon. It's clear. We're ready to see fireworks. Who's in the field? Freaking Ben Swig with his drone that keeps going up in the air, making noise. Now, first of all, I got the moon, and I'm looking at the beautiful fireworks and Ben Swig's drone.
Did he
Up and down over
post
the-
any video of?
No. So we
did
didn't
he
even get video.
Yeah, was it worth it? I don't.
I'm like, if I had to watch the drone, I better see such amazing footage. And I've not seen the footage. But what did happen that made me laugh, and it's completely Ben Swig, is the next morning I get up, and there's a photo that someone gives me of something stuck in a tree, very high up in a pine tree. What is it? It's Ben's drone.
It was?
That he lost. He couldn't find the drone. Finally, somehow he found it, and then he shows me his arm got all scraped trying to climb the tree to get to the drone.
He tried to climb a tree.
This is why I did want him to call in. I wanted a segment with Ben and the drone, and then he got butthurt on me and decided
Well,
he
I
wasn't
mean, you
coming.
were a little short with your.
You know what? I'm reading the text.
He said that he's not mad.
I'm reading the text.
I probably was more mad because
He said, "Don't worry, I'm listening." Then Ben, you better call. Okay, let me just read this. So Jamie says, "Evening all. What's on the plate for tomorrow?" I mean, I want to understand about texting. Does anyone else have this problem? 800-771-1025.
like texting etiquette.
I don't think it's not meant for you and me to fall in love. It's
Sure
meant
it
for
is, because that's
information.
where we're at today.
No, because we already have a relationship. If we didn't have a relationship, then it would be for that. Since we have a relationship,
But you don't talk to me like that in person. You're not short. And
No,
you,
because I don't want to type for 20 minutes. I don't have the time, or I'd call you.
then call.
Well, because I'm not calling you. It's quick. Evening all. What's on the plate for tomorrow? Recap of the 4th shenanigans, surviving the earthquake, which we did survive. So, and then JoJo says to Ben, do you think you'll be able to connect? And I said,
Before Ben had a chance to respond.
I said we shouldn't count on Ben because he's traveling.
Okay, but
Go ahead.
we shouldn't.
Count on Ben.
But I did see when I read that. I don't hear that soft tone.
See, I agree
that-
with JoJo because I was in the text as well.
I was reading
No,
it.
you guys are
I
a
took it
couple.
like
Then you're all-
we shouldn't count on Ben.
yeah, don't count on him. He's not showing up.
Well, and he's
No.
not gonna have signal. It's gonna be a mess, and I don't want to deal with it. So
No.
just don't even count on him.
No.
We don't even want him.
No, I would
See,
have
all
written
those
all
things.
that. But
You wouldn't have because you don't have the time. But but that's what that says.
No.
When you don't use punctuation.
No.
Or an emoji
Yeah, I was
or
gonna say.
an LOL.
I don't
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
use emojis.
You should.
See,
No,
that's
they're
your problem
dumb.
because now we have to just assume what the tone of the text was. And
No,
This is my dating life. I'm just telling you. This is what I deal with. Trying to decipher messages because.
Don't. How about just take this? If someone wrote to you, when you say, Ben, do you think you'll be able to connect? My answer was this. There's no punctuation. It just says, we shouldn't count on Ben. Why would you all of a sudden make the, we shouldn't count on Ben, or we shouldn't count on, it's just literally, we shouldn't count on Ben. And for me, all the reasons are right there. I don't need to emoji it. We shouldn't count on Ben because he's in an RV with 3 kids.
But that's why I was asking him what his connectivity was going to be like.
And then he says, I'm going to try at least for a little. Service is good here. So then Jamie says, so we're using 2 lines like last summer. And I said, let's not plan on Ben for more than a segment. And the reason for that is I didn't want to create a show that had Ben as an integral part of the show if there's going to be in and out. I figured if we get lucky and he can make a segment, the guy's also with his whole family in an RV, probably sitting outside of it. He's already got a CB antenna. He's already embarrassing himself. I don't know what he's doing there. I'm trying to help the kid out. And then he says, why is that, Don?
Yeah.
And so then I realized.
And I said, oh,
Then I
snap,
realized he was
there it
upset.
goes.
And all I said, if it doesn't sync up right, that's just the thing. And then his answer was, I'm going to Old Faithful early, then try to beat the crowds. Have a good show. And I said, well, call in from there if you can. Still not thinking there was an issue because I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Call in from there if you can.
Oh my God, it's so funny how you take things versus how I took things in that chain.
You guys are all a bunch of morons. So Jamie, you're agreeing with her?
I
And
am
Ben.
completely. Yeah, as it was happening, I'm like, that felt a little harsh. It really did.
Oh my God, you guys are so butthurt about everything. Honestly, I don't even get you.
Oh, this is why I'm still single, because I overanalyze every single thing.
Is this really how it is in dating?
Yeah, it's terrible.
And all this could have been solved with one simple emoji if you used them, Don.
But I'm sure JoJo is an emoji.
Oh, I
heaven
use
and
them.
hell.
I use emojis. I like the little GIF or GIF things, whatever. I don't know. I feel like there's
Who
so
has
much.
the time for that part?
I mean, it takes one.
No,
It doesn't
you
even
gotta
take a
find
fraction
it.
of a second.
You gotta
type
find
it
it.
in. You just type in what you want. It's so easy to search for things.
Yeah, but then
At any rate,
but then
I
I'm
do it
14
because then it
minutes in
doesn't leave room for any misinterpretation.
Exactly. You're sitting there saying, who has time for that? But now we're taking 20 minutes to talk to Ben, saying,
And you have
I'm
to
sorry about what
apologize
happened. I
because you
got
hurt
to
his feelings
apologize.
because you didn't want him today.
I did not. Ben, call, please. And now on
he's not
principle.
calling in.
And by the way, Ben would call into a funeral if he could get on air, and he's not calling into
No.
us. That's horrible.
That's true.
See, if I would have written that line I just said in a text, he'd be upset. And instead,
It would be because
he
there
laughed.
would be humor in that.
I don't know. I think you guys are all. I don't know if I like.
I mean, I'm
any of
just
you.
saying, I get it. I know you now, but text
whatever.
messaging. There's just so much left to
All right,
for
listen.
open interpretation.
Listen, let's talk about what's going to happen today.
Let's talk about it.
Today, you and I, there's a good chance we fall asleep.
there is. I'm so tired. Everything's catching up with me.
Yeah, well, you're kind of a dirty stay out.
Oh, thank you.
You are. No, you get your out on.
Listen, I have such FOMO. I do. I don't want to miss anything. I feel like,
You're admitting that.
yeah. And anytime anybody's like, oh, there's going to be music and you can dance, I'm in. I'll get a second wind and I'm ready to go.
I don't have any FOMO.
Oh,
I could care less.
I have
What
FOMO
are
of my
going on?
homos.
Listen, I want to talk about a bunch of things today. We obviously have juice.
Me.
That's you. Which, it's pretty special that people really love the juice.
They like my juice.
Yep. And you know what we're going to do today? We're going to extend the juice.
Oh.
Yeah, because Ben's not here.
Okay.
We can juice it up. I do want to talk about the Kardashians getting sued by Tupac's people, which is unbelievable to me that they thought they could take a shirt,
Agreed.
put their image over it, and resell the shirt. And they're like, is that a problem? Is there something wrong?
I don't understand.
Is there something wrong with me using someone else's
Dumb.
image? That is unbelievable. 4th of July, Don Henley, the earthquake. I do want to see if anyone has any advice for me for willpower to stop eating.
Okay.
Because I can't.
Me either.
And I'm ballooning up. I look like a bloated tick right now. Maybe not a bloated tick.
Okay.
Jojo, I did want to talk with you about politics since you don't talk politics.
Okay.
Just because it would be, I want to know why you don't like to talk politics.
Okay.
And that's it. We're going to have to go to commercial right now. And you're listening to the Miggs and Swig Show. We'll be back with more Miggs and Swig.
You shine like a star. You know who you are. You're everything beautiful. She's hot, hot like the sun.
Jamie's got it on lockdown now. His musical interludes, interloping, is very, very good.
I'm proud. Very proud, Jamie. Thank you.
Hey, you're listening to Miggs and Swig. We are live from Los Angeles, California.
We are. That is where we are.
Hey, real quick on my computer, it just said Microsoft Word needs to download the font Asaka.
Is that like?
I don't know. Do I download it or do I skip it? Like always feel like that's.
Do you
it's
need
a
that
virus.
font?
I don't know about that font.
I would say skip it. I think you'll be okay without the font.
I mean, it feels like I don't really need it. Oh, there's a bunch of fonts. There's another font. I'm downloading.
Okay.
I'm downloading. I'm probably
All the
making a
fonts.
mistake. So before the break, we were talking a little bit about texting.
Text etiquette
Is
and communication and miscommunication.
so I'm looking at my.
interpretation,
Okay.
misinterpretation.
Can I give you? I'm literally looking at my phone. I bet right now, if you Google crazy text, there's probably some funny ones. But
Oh, there's a ton.
800-771-1025. I want to understand some things, but I'm full of a bunch of texts here, and I'm wondering how many people here I've offended. So like I have this guy who
Sure,
said to
more
me,
than we'll tell you.
so there's a guy I just did a song for, and I said, hey there, what's your plan with the song when it's done? He says, I want to put put it in the pot for my EP I'm putting together. If you're good with that, I'm really feeling the record, by the way. Well, I do think there was a point where I was a little offended, like, put it in the pot for the EP. It's the best song that you've ever done. Like, it's not going in the pot. It should be the name of the EP. It should be whatever. So because I'm kind, I just said, of course. I do.
Did you say it? Was there a bunch of exclamation marks? Was there any?
No, there was a question mark. It was a converse. No. I didn't do any of that.
You didn't put punctuation.
I put
so
a
how does
question
somebody
mark.
know? So that's of course.
Hold it together. Of course. Period. I do need you to pay for the final mix when it's done. I'm only going to
Punctuation, emoji, anything?
No.
The
Exclamation.
little shrugging guy,
No.
like, sorry, I need you to. I'm going to need you to pay for it.
Yeah. Since I wrote the song, I played everything on it. You didn't have to pay for any of that because we wrote it together, and I'm not a charity. You're going to at least have to pay for the mix. It's not expensive. I'm going to charge you this. And I covered all the other costs. Cool, with a question mark. No emoji. That's just a question. He said, okay, I don't mind paying for the mix studio, but when we put the EP together, I want to have one band record all the records of the songs selected in a 2-day session for a synergistic feel I'm going for. By the way, that's BS. It never happens. If that's okay. Therefore, if we want to hold off on the final mix, that might be best, which says to me, I don't really want to spend the money. Could I just have had the thing free? Just let me know how I should pay, PayPal, or I can do cash. And he just had a couple ... I don't know if that's a good. You guys tell me about etiquette. If he ... it wasn't a smiley face, should I be angry? And I said, period. Didn't realize that. Got it. I think a great mix will help because I can start sending out for licensing placements for us now. And then his response is, I like your idea too. I say do both, in it to win it. Was that an okay exchange? Are we okay? We haven't spoken since, by the way. Things seem to have gone. We've gone on radio silent since then. But
I don't know. I'm the complete opposite. I am always too much. I always say too many words. I use too many emojis and GIFs and memes and Bitmoji. I'm very expressive, and I try to leave no room for misinterpretation.
Hey,
I want you to know exactly how I feel.
when Roland is texting with you, does Roland have?
No, he does not even have my phone number.
You guys aren't friends that way?
No, I don't like him that much.
Roland, you know you have my number.
Okay.
I do have your number, buddy. Thank you.
If you ever need to throw me a text, make sure there are plenty of emojis on it.
Really?
I
didn't
want
think
to
you-
understand your tone.
Okay, so the eggplant emoji?
I don't know.
See, he doesn't even know what that's a.
It's like
phallic
you're trying
symbol.
to talk like ancient hieroglyphics to this guy. He has
Oh.
no clue.
See,
Yeah.
I like your approach, though, really. I mean, you don't need emojis and all that. People just need to take a chill pill and relax.
No,
Yeah.
there's so much that's left. If somebody's upset with you or if somebody's not, and especially like I said, in trying to date and trying to get to know somebody, and nobody wants to talk on the phone anymore.
Well, maybe just how about this? So our good friend Mo. You know, a cat named Mo.
I do know him.
You do know him.
I know Mo.
So Mo, I don't know if I'm allowed to. He's doing something. He invited me to it, and he just said he hopes we can make it. And my answer was no. That was it. Just no. Period. Should
That's
I-
all you wrote back
No, I'm
to.
kidding. I
Oh
didn't
my
write
God!
anything to
Not even. I'm
didn't-
sorry. I'd like to, but no.
No, he just wrote no.
I just wrote
That's
no.
what I'm
No, I
saying.
didn't write anything.
Oh my God! I was
love
gonna
Mo.
kill you.
But I am wondering, like, how much I have to do. You know what? Honestly, we've spent more time talking about what I'm supposed to do on a text than me doing text. But I'm going to revisit all of these people who haven't gotten back to me.
An exclamation mark goes a long way. Capital, if you're typing all caps, like a lot of times your wife types in all capital letters, and I don't know if it's an excited or if it's a pissed off. So I need to kind of reread because
Why not just ask her?
every time she types in capital letters, I don't want to be like, are you upset about something? Because that's supposed to be what that denotes. But I know that she gets excited, and so she'll be like, oh my God.
Right.
And all the exclamation marks. And I'm like, oh, is that bad or is this good? I don't know.
Okay, well, we're going to have to move on. You want to
But
know?
usually she throws an LOL in there, so I know.
She does. Is that cap too, or does she?
Yeah, she'll
Okay.
capitalize. Yeah.
I gotta understand this. Hey, do me a favor.
Okay.
Grade my text for a little while. Just give me like at the very end of it. I just want to see an A, B, or
Okay.
just something that tells me how I'm doing.
We'd have to have conversation.
You know when I'm upset that I'm going to be missing. first, let me just finish this burp while you cough. I'll burp.
Joking, laughing at you. 'Cause you're-
July 22nd, I'm missing something.
I know, and I'm upset about this too.
Well, hopefully Jamie's going to be there representing. That's funny. Jamie won't be there.
No, he won't.
No,
But
Rowan will.
we're hoping that a lot of you will be. It's Martinis for Moffat.
That's July 20th. Yeah, and that's for Moffat Center,
It's at the Strass Center.
which I love. I've performed there several times. I don't know if you've ever seen me there.
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you rate that if you were to give me a text? What would the text say about my performance at the Strass
At the
Center?
Strass Center,
Not great.
I would write,
Nah.
"Hey you!" Exclamation! 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 Great show tonight, and then the smiley face with his little hand sticking out, like I want to give you a little hug. Be like, you did a really great job.
But you should rethink your career choice.
Stick with writing and producing.
Okay,
Wink face.
What a gal. So the event at the July 22nd, Martinis for Moffat, it's a cocktail reception providing a unique blend of entertainment and networking.
Yeah.
There's an emoji class they're doing.
Maybe you should attend. Maybe you should fly home for that.
So the objective is they're going to raise awareness and research funds for Moffat's prostate cancer program and AYA, which is Adolescent and Young Adult Program.
Yeah.
Swenson Construction, which we thank, and the Anthony R. Abraham Foundation are the sponsors of the show.
It's amazing. You can go to bayareaadvisors.org/martinis hyphen for FOR hyphen Moffat, MOFFITT. So bayareaadvisors.org/martinis for Moffat.
Don't forget the dashes.
But don't
between
forget those
Martinis for-
dashes and Martinis for Moffat. It sounds like a really cool event, and I think just a great way, like they said, to meet new people in the entertainment world and just kind of get yourself out there.
When's Memorial Day? That's already passed?
Sure did.
Good. Well, the tickets then are certainly available.
Yes, so go to and check them out.
And you know what? This year's donations from the event are going to reach probably over $1 million, they're saying.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I think it's
For
pretty
them.
amazing. So thanks, Martinis, for Moffat with Moffat Center, July 22nd, 7 p.m. at the Strass Center. Again, it's bayareaadvisors.org forward. Is that a back or a forward?
It depends how you look at it.
Well, it looks like it's a slash for sure.
Yep.
Martinis-for-Moffat. Don't forget the dashes. I guess this is a forward slash. And if you could see my hand while you're driving,
Yeah,
you
but
could do that.
But maybe you're leaning the opposite direction, so it's a backslash.
No. When I fall forward, so it's head first. So pretend your feet are one
You
spot.
don't always fall
and your
forward.
head's-
Sometimes you fall backwards.
Yeah, but if I'm running, I meant.
Oh. But
You know,
it just
if I'm in a slow jog and I like hit a water buffalo, I always fall forward. Always, every time.
water buffalo, huh?
Yeah,
Did you
so-
see any of those when you were in Montana?
I actually did. I saw a buffalo.
You did?
Yeah. So there's this guy that lives around the
Totally
corner,
joking.
around the corner from us in Montana, that has the buffalo. He has a zebra. He has camel, and he has
But not camel toe.
no.
Okay.
He does not.
Good. Those are
He-
terrible to have.
And he has one other
A little
thing,
uncomfortable.
horses and one other thing. But we went around there, and the llama could be dead. The zebra may have been there, but we did see the buffalo. I don't know. Is a buffalo always a water buffalo?
I don't think so. I think there's water buffalo and buffalo. You should ask your kids. I feel like your kids are.
They would know that.
Yeah.
I
Smart.
couldn't ask them now, but I
No.
could give them a text with a couple emojis.
They have animal emojis.
I'm not interested.
Okay.
Jojo,
Mhm.
can we just again talk about the? Are we done with the text thing? If anyone still wants to talk text,
100%.
I want to learn.
I want to teach you.
All right, and
And also, I need to cool it on my end. So I need to learn how to just pull back a little.
yeah, you do.
I'm so extra. I know that I am, though. I can't help it.
Do you think that you are contributing to your
Demise?
no?
Yes,
no,
I do.
You're in your dating life. Do you think you're over analyzing?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah. I overthink things and I overanalyze things.
And so because you do that,
Because I think it's because I don't believe anybody or trust anybody. So I'm always questioning motives and what they're saying to me and how they say it to me and whether or not they mean it.
if you want to get in on this conversation,
No,
Jojo,
this is for a whole nother
800-771-1025 because I do want to ask you a question.
But you know what's funny? The older that I get, the less I care about it. And I feel like I'm just going to end up meeting somebody who's going to be okay with it and
Yes,
put
but-
up with it.
Yes, but you know what?
And if not, then that's fine.
No, that's not fine.
It
'Cause-
is.
No,
I'm still
it
being
is
fun.
fun. Right. But I don't subscribe to the this is who I am, deal with it thing. I think that that's the wrong approach.
In what way?
Like even just being like, this is who I am. This is what's going to happen. I think you are, as everybody is, you are continually evolving, and that's what you should embrace.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I am a very wordy. I want to talk about it all. I'm good once I put things out there. Like if I'm upset with you, I'm going to tell you I want to talk about it, but then I'm done.
Are you the type we're on a road trip?
Okay.
Are you the whole time in my ear?
No. No. I'm okay with not talking in silence, and that
as long as you know where you stand.
Right.
Okay.
Where I don't have to question intent or how you feel. I know if I'm talking to you and I ask you a question and you don't respond back to me, I know you're not mad at me. You know what I mean? If I'm like, oh my God, how was your day? And oh, good, how was yours? And I answer, and then I ask you a question, you get busy and you don't respond. I know you're not mad at me, but there's certain people that when I don't know them well enough and I'm still learning them, that when they do that, I'm like, oh my God, did I say something wrong? That we were just in the middle of a conversation and they all of a sudden just stopped talking to me.
Oh man, I'm going back to picking up my phone again. My text is full of that from my side and the other side.
There's certain people where you just know when it's cool to just let that be it. But then there's other people that when I don't know, and I don't know if they understand my person, so then I just want to make sure that I don't know. I know that I'm too much.
I'm literally opening my phone again
but
because
I don't care.
I sent a note to someone, and I asked him, hey, so he asked what a good address for me, and I said, are you in LA? And I haven't gotten a response back from him, so I don't know. And that was like 6 days ago, and I don't think about it, but I do the same thing to people all the time.
But like I said, certain people I know and I get, and it doesn't bother me. And then and there's also certain people that I don't mind inundating with text messages. Like if I didn't hear back from me, be like, oh my God, did you die? Do you hate me? Like I wouldn't. I feel like you would know I was joking, but if I did that with somebody that I liked, I would be a crazy psychopathic person.
You've got issues. We're gonna have to get to the bottom of that. When we come back, can we talk about the 4th of July?
I would love to.
And talk about why Ben won't call in, or he tried.
Well, now he's at Yosemite, so he's done with us.
Okay, well, and I want to talk about my Dad's Know Best book, which is out, and it's very exciting. I think just went to Amazon too, and Kindle, and blah 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 blah.
Always love hearing from you. 800-771-1025, or you can tweet us at Miggs and Swig. What else?
That's it.
We got Juice coming up. You're not going to want to miss one single beat here on the Miggs and Swig Show.
Look at you. Listening to music and chilling. And
I'm a good multitasker.
You are. So tell us what just happened with your, to just the very last, we're going to put a pin on this texting thing, but you just were bragging about a friend saying you were the best at it or something?
Yeah. I just received one of the highest compliments and praise because Monica
Go on.
said that I should teach a class because I'm an amazing texter and I leave zero room for confusion. You know exactly how I feel.
All right, so if you're,
what you mean what you say.
a single man out there
Thanks,
and you need some good texting, you want some, it's not sexting, it's just
Oh, I
text.
sext too.
Oh, she sexts and she texts.
I do it all.
She does it all.
Yay!
Hey, my Dad's Know Best book just came out.
Oh,
just
that's,
the tips.
yes.
Very exciting. My first time seeing the whole thing was the other day.
I've only seen it, just the cover on it, nothing written inside. So I'm excited to see all the illustrations, which is a buddy of yours or John's.
It's a friend of mine. He's
It looks
out.
great.
Thank you. What really is crazy about doing something like this is you do spend so much time proofing it.
Yeah.
Then you get it, you open it to the first page, and you
there's a
see the
spelling
mistakes.
error?
Yeah, right away.
Is there really one?
There's no spelling
Oh,
errors, but there are typesetting mistakes where they put something in a spot they shouldn't have, and like just annoying.
Well, your eyes get so used to seeing it, it's hard to.
It's so annoying. But there's some really great ones. Bob Buckhorn, our mayor, city of Tampa, he said, "Being a dad is what gets me up in the morning and reminds me every day what is important about my work, to leave my city in better shape for my 2 little girls than it was given to me." That's nice.
I love that. I thought he was going to say, like, to get up and get out and away from his 2 little girls.
Are they little?
That's why he works.
Are they little?
They'll always be little to him.
But if you can you please pick up the book, all right?
I would love to pick it up.
Right,
But now I should have my copy at home.
you should. Oh yeah, wait, I want to read one more.
Well, and I'm going to get it next week because I will be home next week. And I'll actually be in the station at the studio with Jamie and Roland next Saturday. So we'll be FaceTiming. I'll be FaceTiming you here.
Will you see Mo then?
Yes.
And will you go on Mo's show?
I probably will stay for You
know what? We're right now inviting you to Mo's show. I'm not emojiing him or anything.
I usually invite myself anyway because I don't really care. But yes, I will.
Well,
I will stay over with Mo.
So the other one. So Wade Boggs. I got some good friends.
Well, I wouldn't say friends.
Major League. He is in my phone. I could text him.
Would he answer?
Yes, he has answered because he did this.
Would he use emojis?
No, Wade would not use emojis. Wade would, no, there's no
bunch
emojis.
Of baseballs and bats and stuff.
He does that. He said, I always liked anyone can be a father, but it takes someone special to be a dad. Period. Be a dad.
Yes, just because you help make a child does not mean that you are a.
Yeah, and Paul Anka. You know who Paul Anka is? Have you heard of him?
I did it my way. Yes, I do.
It was a dance, the whole thing. Can I give you a quick?
I feel like I've had so many drinks this morning and I haven't. I probably should.
Not so many, but a few.
Just a couple.
Are you high on coffee right now?
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Are you on the coffee?
I always drink coffee in the morning.
I don't drink
and in the afternoon and the night.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't drink any caffeine.
Ugh, it's a shame.
And right now I'm buzzing.
You are?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Because I'm here?
Yeah, that's that. No, I don't know why, to be honest with you. Because I have nothing to be buzzing about because I'm not complaining. But it's warm here today. It's going to be like 95. We have 2 kids here from...
Listen, just because Tampa is hot and humid and it's gross does not mean that it's not hot and humid and gross other places. Right. I mean, it's hot here.
It's not humid and gross and there are no mosquitoes.
But it is a little
humid. Makes it a little nice. But
there are mosquitoes. We've been getting bit up. And they've been biting us.
And there you go. Really? Have you been?
Yeah.
I don't get the mosquitoes.
All the skeeter bites.
They don't come after me either way, but we don't have them here.
I hear you're supposed to rub bounce sheets on you to repel mosquitoes.
You know who started that? Bounce.
It doesn't matter. I'm still going to try it.
Okay. There was something. Oh, so and the reason why today's not so exciting.
Oh, yeah. Because you have 2 kids.
Excuse me. That was me. The reason why hey, I have this microphone right to my face. And my hands are full. I couldn't move from that burp. The reason why I'm not too excited is I have 2 kids here from New York, from one of my oldest friends. I have my 2 kids here, and after we're done with the show, I'm going to take them to see the Hollywood sign.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Because they've never been.
That'd be cool.
And then we're going to go to the Ivy for lunch. Hopefully have a sighting.
Okay.
Because these kids have never been to LA. They want to see a sighting.
Absolutely. But when they want to see it, you don't see it.
And then
it's when you don't expect it that it happens.
And then we're going to go and do more kid things. So that's my whole day is going to be that. Can I tell with kids?
So you're miserable because you have to be with your kids all day.
No.
Oh.
No. It's just being out in the heat and the stupidity. You said something about a sighting last night, Soho House.
Yeah.
So I look behind Lisa, and I go, "Oh my God, Lisa, that's Billy Crudup."
God.
Lisa's neck almost snapped. It's her favorite.
Yes.
I actually got her one year for her birthday a signed picture from him, and we framed it and put it on her desk. Excuse me while I do
it
all
replaced
this.
You.
Oh no! In a minute.
Yeah.
In a minute, like she would crawl over if a car hit me while he was on the other side of the street.
100%.
We were walking. The car takes me down. I'm bleeding. My last thing, my hand up. My love, I love you. She'd step over me to make sure Billy's okay and might possibly have intercourse with her. So she thought first she turns. She goes, "That is not Billy Crudup." Turns back around because all she can think is that's not Billy Crudup. So she's out of the conversation.
Yes.
Well, I go, "No, it's not." Because it's Orlando freaking Bloom.
Yeah, it was Orlando Bloom.
And it was Orlando Bloom. And she snapped again. How about my wife? Trying to be cool as a cucumber. As he's walking by, first he smiles. And he and I, you're going to laugh.
Was he standing up naked on a paddleboard?
Yeah.
Because we already know what he's working with. I would have just looked at him and I would have winked and been like, giving him
an emoji?
Yep. I like the black finger emoji. So I would have made sure to do that one.
Okay. Well, my son and someone walked by him to just get a look, and Milo, couldn't be less discreet. They walk, and he smiles at them. Can I tell you that no, I'm not going to even say it because you're going to make fun of me.
Okay.
You're going to just make fun of me.
Well, you might as well say it because you brought it up now.
No.
And people want to know, and they want to hear me make fun of
Right.
you.
I don't look like Orlando Bloom, but we have the same. We had that same little smile. Like it. Milo
It was like
came up-
looking in a mirror?
No.
Is that what it was when you saw me? You're like, holy crap. I mean, we're like basically identical twins.
Except I'm old and gray, pale, and don't have that body. The penis, I'm working with a pretty good Pen 15.
Okay,
myself.
I would believe that yours would be
I got a
more,
Pen
way
15.
more substantial.
Thank you. Yeah, he wasn't really rolling in the deep. But more important, so Lisa's neck snaps again.
Mm-hmm.
Now she keeps acting like she doesn't care, and she's looking at the person to her left, my friend's daughter, who is not in any of the proximity of where Orlando is
I'm surprised he
behind her.
didn't come on over and sit and talk to
Casey.
Oh, Zoe.
No, and Casey was there, and Casey's like, I love him. I said, go over. You're so
No,
pretty.
you don't go over.
Not go over. Just do a little walk by.
Oh,
Do
walk
something. You don't go over. Hi, I'm Casey.
No, you can't.
No, I can't do that. So I did that. No, you can't do that. So he goes to walk by, and I said, he's getting ready to walk by. And what does Lisa do? She like comes up with a line like, Milo, do you like your soup? Something just to get him to look our way. Like, and she doesn't think I noticed this, which is what's pretty funny.
I love it.
All right, whatever.
So you had a good see. We had two good C's.
Who just
We went to dinner the other night at Craig's, and as soon as we sat down, the way that our table was, we were facing another booth kind of directly, and it was Aunt Becky from Full House,
Don't know who that is.
Lori Laughlin, and she's married.
I saw the producer last night,
oh,
Dana Brunetti, which is funny. That's not a big
mildly
C.
obsessed with him though.
Are you really?
Yeah, I love him. He's funny. I enjoy. I mean, whatever. Anyway, he's the producer of 50 Shades of Grey, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't even say hi to him, even though he and Jaron and Evan have
Yeah.
introduced me a few times. I was like,
And then Nick Jonas, we saw, who is so delicious.
was he jealous?
Still get yes, but he seemed very sweet, and actually he went over at the end of. Because Lori Laughlin was there with her friends or whatever. He ended up going over and sat with them. I feel like they somehow knew each other, but it was exciting for me because I love Full House.
And you love Nick Jonas.
And I'm a fan.
You know what? I always look at where those intersections are, where you could have connected into a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
With Nick, there are a few, and you guys didn't use them. Paris, Carney.
We did think about that, though.
And then Peter Tooney, the artist who did couple pieces that I have, and that Nikki, my sister-in-law, has the piece from him, and we gave Papa one that says "Don't panic." You know, in my house it says "Wake up, the world is waiting." Or,
Yes.
I am not a role model. And if you know either of those, that's from Peter Tooney, the artist. Peter's a good friend of Jonas and did his Jealous video. The whole video is him, and that's where I would have intersected that.
If I don't know somebody personally,
You're out.
yeah, I won't interrupt them. But if I know them, I even if it's just we had met, whatever, through somebody, I would go over and just say, sorry to interrupt, just wanted to say hi.
So we were at so Paul Anka is someone.
Yes.
So Paul loves Craig's, by the way, loves Craig's. But Paul knows everybody.
Yes.
So when you say,
He's been around a minute.
yeah,
to
I'm
know
going to
everybody.
talk to blah blah blah. Paul's always like, oh, you tell him I said this, and you give him this, and here's $5, But I just want to give you from Dads Know Best. Paul had a really great line. And I'm going to close this book and hand it to you.
Okay.
He said, "You're in charge of your children, but you don't control them."
I'm going to tell you that is so true and so crazy that you read that one, because I was having a conversation with my mother.
Who was trying to control you?
Well, she realizes that as hard as it is, that her children are going to
Do what they want.
Do it, and she can't do anything about it. And
Is
she has
this
to
back
stop.
to the BH conversation?
No, everything. Me being on radio, me being
you?
Yes,
You're like a walking emoji.
I am. I'm a
That's actually-
Bitmoji. I'm a GIF. I'm a emoji. I'm all these.
When you say I'm a Bitmoji, do you mean just I'm a little Bitmoji? Is it
No,
like, hey,
a
I'm
Bitmoji you
Bitmoji?
create of yourself.
Okay.
I'll show you what those look like.
I know what those are.
Oh, yeah. But she, whether it's my brothers or my sister or myself, that we're all old enough now where we're going to make our own decisions, and all she can do is hope we don't fail, but be there if we do.
Right.
Because, that's essentially, as a parent, that's
That's honestly in the book. That's my dad's quote. He had never once said that to me ever.
Yeah.
And then his quote is, "Always support your children, even if you don't know why."
Yeah. I mean, and it's so true because she would, she gets so upset and she tries to, she wants to make sure that there's just this bubble protecting all of us, but we still manage to get out from under that bubble and go and make terrible decisions and
good decisions.
Yes, but she would. It would really affect her, and she just had to understand and realize that you can't control, but you can be there to help pick up the pieces.
How did she realize it, do you think? Or it's a work in progress?
It's going to be a
She's
work in
been doing
progress.
this her whole life,
I mean,
right?
you know my mother, so yeah.
But you couldn't care more than she does.
No, and
know what I mean?
and that's the thing. That's where I get it from. I always care too much, and that's overwhelming for people.
But she's controlling too. In that way, I'm asking. I'm not saying she's. I'm actually.
Well, I don't know. You didn't use a punctuation or an emoji,
well,
or
because I was throwing it out because I was.
You didn't use the thinking one.
No, I was kind of being an interview. But she's controlling, is she? I'm leaning forward now.
No, I think she just wants to make. It's the same thing, Now being older, I tell my brother, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you experiences I've had of why I suggest highly that you don't do that. You know what I mean? But I know you're going to do what you want to do anyway. And so I just want you to understand these were the repercussions that I had to go through. My mom has a hard time, I don't know how to explain it. Verbalizing it comes across in a way that you're like, oh my God, don't tell me what to do, instead of maybe just offering advice of maybe what you should do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you had a conversation.
But she's had a little come to Jesus with herself.
Was that in Montana?
Yeah.
Was it over drinks?
It wasn't coffee.
Oh, you guys literally sat down and talked.
Well,
the whole
that's
family.
what we do.
But what's the whole family?
And I also advised her just not to listen to me do radio anymore.
Because it bothers her.
It does.
So is she listening?
I don't know. She hasn't texted me yet, so I'm assuming no. Which is good. I don't want her to.
Right. Or if you're going to listen, then that's not a place to comment.
Yeah, and just know that this is
And the other side of this that people need to understand.
Me and my juice.
This is entertainment.
Yes.
And the job is to be informative, great. But the job in the end is to get you from your car, from your house to wherever it is you have to go. With us on a Saturday morning, we just want to make your ride a little better. And if that, sometimes we want you to think, we want you to fight, we want you to, want to have sex, we want you to laugh. But that's our job, isn't to, and it's not always to be PC. And sometimes,
'cause I'm not.
Sometimes, folks, we actually say things we don't totally mean. We'll argue about a point because it's interesting to have the full conversation.
Yeah. I always say what I mean.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
And you're annoying me right now, and we have to go to break.
Okay.
But we are going to come back with the juice. So I hope my mom, if you're listening, go ahead and turn off the radio and be about your day so you don't get mad at me for anything that I'm about to say. Here on the Miggs and Swig Show, it's 102.5 The Bone.
Starts here. Now that we're all prepared, let's start the show.
The conversation is about to get louder. You're listening to Miggs and Swig. Don Miggs, Ben Swig, and JoJo. From music to marriage, from politics to parenting, from dating to deep thoughts and sports. Get ready for Miggs and Swig. Life out loud.
Let's get the show on the road.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Miggs and Swig Show. If you missed the first hour,
shame on you.
A hootenanny. We don't have Ben Swig. He has better things to do. I just took an icebreaker cinnamon.
He's in Cletus the RV. They're driving along the west coast of the world. They're at Yosemite National Park today.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just have an icebreaker. Let me just finish chewing that.
Okay, perfect.
It's
Welcome
cinnamon.
back to the Miggs and Swig. I can smell you now over
It's
here.
so hot.
It's way more better than what I was smelling, though.
It's so hot. Like it's bothering my throat.
Everything bothers your throat.
Well, not everything. So anyhow, there was a thing that just came hot off the press. In Chicago, did you know they won't allow high school students to graduate without a plan for the future?
I saw that.
So, to graduate from a public high school in Chicago, students will soon have to meet a new and unusual requirement. They must show that they've secured a job or received a letter of acceptance to college, trade, apprenticeship, a gap year program, or the military.
He wanted him who was it, the mayor?
Yeah, Rahm Emanuel. In my phone is in my text in case you need me to send him something. And he does text back. I've never used an emoji with him. I'm going to be honest with you. He said he wants to make clear that the nation's third largest school system is not just responsible for shepherding teenagers to the end of their senior year, but also for them setting on a path to a productive future. What do we think of that?
I think it's stupid as hell to force kids to choose something when they're 17 and 18 years old, saying, here, this is what your life has to be, and if you don't like it, I'm not going to give you your diploma that you've already earned.
Whoa, slow your roll, emoji man. That's not, I don't think that, see, for me, I don't think he's saying that. What he says is you need to have a job. Now, that could be a job at Walmart for the summer. He's not asking you to commit for the rest of it. But
not necessarily a specific, but just
yes, but he's
go to school.
But he's threatening them. It's a threat, saying, I'm not going to give you this diploma unless you prove to me that you have plans for the future. Look, some people just don't have plans. They don't want to plan ahead. They want to be kids. Let them be kids for a year. What if you graduate high school? A lot of people take a year off before they go to college.
That's a gap year.
That's a gap year, yeah. So
and that's okay. He's okay with a gap year program. Like if you say I'm taking a year off to travel the world,
then how do you prove that?
I mean, I don't know that I don't think he can't legally. He can't make you prove it.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about the laws too much.
Ooh, yeah, he's not really always.
Not a fan.
No. He made a commitment to me and then backed out on it. Son of a bee.
I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like on one hand, it's good.
It is the job of the parent, by the way.
Yes, but I feel like it's an incentive to keep them motivated to continue on and
because they are the future.
And get a degree or get something. It doesn't have to be necessarily that they're going to. It could be a trade school. It could, you know what I mean. It could be.
It could just be a job. You could say, I know people who, people I love that the job that they love doing is maybe a job I wouldn't do. My uncle's an amazing welder. I would never in a million years want to be a welder.
But it's not to say that, listen, all you would have to say is make a plan. You could start culinary school and get 6 months in and decide you hate it.
That's college, by the way.
Right.
How many people go to college
find something else, or you can leave. But at that
arts.
point, you already got your high school diploma. So it's not, is there a termination, like you have to stick with it for a certain amount of time?
I don't know, but the way that Jamie just came at us, he was
I don't care. Yeah, it was very aggressive.
There was no, it was exclamation.
Yes, and all the red face emoji.
Absolutely, red face, devil horns, all that.
Well, I'm giving you all of the middle finger emojis right back at you.
That's
all
fine.
He's saying is, some teachers and students and parents have embraced the move as a way to level the playing field for teens whose parents aren't equipped to help them envision where they want to go after high school. I'm not sure what that means. They could have a counselor. So this one girl said she had few interactions with a guidance counselor. We never had that conversation about life after high school. I would like to have a counselor that really wanted to know what I wanted to do after high school and help get me there, because some of these kids don't even know to have a plan. So it's just giving them some sort of a plan to do something. Because I will say, when I graduated high school,
yes,
I was supposed to go. I was going to go to college, and it turned out that we didn't have the money for me right away. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll take a little time off. And thankfully, I went on tour a little bit after that. But between that gap, I literally remember walking to try to find a job at a deli or do whatever. And I was thinking to myself as my friends were all in school. And it's funny because the kids that are here right now, their dad is a dear friend. I remember calling him or him calling me somehow, us talking, and me being like, hanging up the phone because he was going to University of Massachusetts and he was doing something, and me hanging up the phone being like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I still don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, then I figured it out.
But I went
quickly.
to school.
Yeah.
And, I'm glad that my parents, I don't want to say forced, because I feel like if I would have put up enough of a fight, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't want to go, but I wasn't a big school person. I'm a worker. I want to get in there. I want to get dirty. I want to, I don't mind that. that's what I would have preferred to do, was to just start working. I feel like you learn it. Whatever trade you're going to do, you're going to learn it when you're in it. That's the best way. I'm very hands-on. But I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I went to school. I'm glad that I experienced college. I'm glad that, I have a better understanding. And yes, if I had children, I would want them to go to have done it. I don't know that that's, unless you're a doctor or a lawyer or something, that you specialize in. I didn't. So, but I'm glad that I did it, and I would want my kids to do it too. If they didn't want to do it, would that bother me? No.
I hope not, because you just got done talking about mom, and I think you need, ultimately, my dad actually said to me, I don't think I can pay for your college. He really didn't have the money to. I think he would have found a way. But he said, and you're going to be a musician. That's what you want to do. So college isn't going to help you. Now, I think he was sort of wrong and right. And maybe I'm paraphrasing, because it's not the skill that you go to the school for that you walk out with. It's the skill of being able to interact with people, and it's a skill of finishing something.
I agree, 100%.
The skill of studying something that maybe you didn't want to. All of those skills will in the long run will help you with life in general. So I do think there's some important stuff.
There's nothing better than experience to teach a person.
Right.
Bad, good,
right.
Whatever. You learn by doing. You learn by going through the motions, and I think that's, whether that's your education, whether that's your relationships, whatever it is, the best way for me that I found that I learned, and screwing up is by going through it and being taught different things. I can learn anything.
Right. True. But that's like Malcolm Gladwell says, the writer.
It doesn't always happen in a classroom.
Right. It takes 10,000 hours to become expert in something. And that's the only way that happens is repeat, rinse, repeat, right? Wash, rinse, just keep doing it, and then sooner or later you learn things.
I agree, 100%.
Okay. Well, then you and I are on the same page, all right?
Yes.
And there are critics of Emmanuel's idea. They say it's an empty gesture, and it doesn't address a bunch of issues. They also point out that the 381,000 student district laid off more than 1,000 teachers and staff members in 2016. So if that's really their plan, they're cutting off people who are supposed to be helping these kids get to where they want to go. All that aside, that has nothing to do with what I really want to do.
What do you really want to do?
Talk the juice.
And now, talking about the juice
with JoJo.
Rolling down the screen, searching headlines, talking about the juice.
Here's JoJo.
Can I please just tell you how sick and tired I am? And I know you had mentioned it and wanted to talk about. I am so sick of every Kardashian, Jenner, West, Disick, anything correlated and affiliated with them.
Well, that's what happens, right? You get to a point where it just becomes.
And my friends at TMZ are always wanting to talk about it, and they're always notifying me on my phone and sending me messages about them.
Do they do the emojis with that?
They do. And it drives me bananas.
And so what do we do? Because here's the problem. And it's funny because we're got to talk about Don Henley at some point. They say, and he wrote this in a song, paraphrasing, they build you up to tear you down. They make someone into whatever they want them to be. And the minute you hit the apex of that, the top of whatever it is.
Who's they? The industry? People?
Public.
Oh,
everyone.
Okay.
And that includes really the paparazzi. Everyone wants to see your star rise, and the minute it's at the peak, they cannot wait to rip you down.
Yeah.
And for the most part,
and
that's
build you
true.
back up again.
Mm-hmm. And then at some point, they'll give you another shot.
It's a vicious cycle.
So I wonder with the Kardashians, if and when that finally happens, where people are like, we are done.
I honestly, I hope I live to see that day, because I'll kick back and pour a cold one.
I think it's happening with the whole,
I don't know. I mean, this week it was everything, and honest to God, I don't even know that Rob Kardashian posted pictures of his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Black China's Vijay, and
how do you do that when that's the mother of your kid?
I don't know, and that's what bothers me. I don't care.
Forget the rest of it.
I don't care how mad I am at somebody. I don't care what happens between us. It is what it is.
It's the mother of your child.
I would never do that to anybody.
And your child's going to at some point know that happened.
Correct, especially
so you're an
nowadays. And I feel like you lose respect from your kid.
Right.
But even if you don't have kids, I just don't understand. Like, I would never do that to somebody because I feel like at one point I cared enough about you and vice versa that we trusted each other to send pictures or videos or whatever it is. That there was some sort of respect.
You know,
So even if it didn't work out and
would have that, right?
you just don't do that.
Wait, someone just told me about a thing called it's called the peak end, and you got to be careful. Oh, Evan Lowenstein was saying you've got to be careful in relationships that there's the peak end. Like you've got to leave before the end, because the only thing you're going to remember is either the peak or the end. And if you leave too late, all you remember is
the end. And I get it. It makes you mean and you're mad. And I don't know. I'm just not that person.
Right.
When we're done, we're done. Like, that's fine. I'm not malicious like that. I'm not vindictive. I just don't see the point in it.
You're not? But you'll stalk still.
Oh,
You'll stay connected to that person by making seem what they're doing. But you won't. Again, by the way, emojis, whatever
Question
I need
mark.
to ask. I'm asking
I don't know what do you mean by that?
I remember you in a relationship where
I've only been in one.
But you still follow that
Well, I'm
person
friends
to
with
know
him.
Okay. You still know what's going on because you're friends. I guess that's it. Never mind.
I don't harbor ill will.
Right.
I feel like it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
I don't care. Like, some people have come into my life and gone, and no, I don't feel the need to continue to converse with them or know what's going on. If we were friends on social media, am I making it a point to go and unfollow them and unfriend them?
Right.
No, I don't care enough to do that. So if it comes up,
Why do people think that's some big burn?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm sure people unfollow me all the time.
Do you have the app that says who unfollows you?
For Instagram.
And do you get butthurt about that?
No, I just think it's interesting.
But sometimes it's not even anything. People just, I don't know. I never would look at that.
I
stuff.
always assume nobody gives a crap what I'm doing or what I'm saying, whether I snap it, whether I post it, whether I tweet it. I just assume nobody cares.
Right.
But I do it because
You like doing it.
Yeah. What do I mean?
And if people want to follow JoJo, what do they do?
Oh, I'm at Joanne Petrella, JoannePetrella. That's
Why
it.
don't
on
you
all
change it to the Juice with or JoJo Juice or something where it'd be easy for all of your fans to get to instead of so
'cause
Joanne Petrella? Where
but it's the same on everything: Instagram, Twitter, and then
why don't you just make it the same on everything where it has JoJo?
Because that's who I am.
Okay.
I'm Joanne Petrella.
All right, Joanne Petrella.
Yeah.
All right, go. All right, so I hate the Kardashians. If that's where, is there something else?
There was a story we can come back to it with Kylie and Kendall Jenner, who have been slapped with a lawsuit for just straight up. I don't know why they thought, like we were talking about earlier, it would be okay to just go ahead and put their image over Tupac Shakur and a bunch of other very well. I think Ozzy Osbourne was one of them.
But what makes them think? And it's like a picture of them,
that arrogance that they think that they just can do whatever they want.
So did they
contribute nothing to the world, by the way, but do whatever they want with it?
Wait a minute. Did they literally have the shirts made, or go and buy the shirts and then just put their print over it?
I believe that. I don't know.
That's a good
Let me look
question.
that up when we take this break, and then we'll do more juice when we come back.
We're gonna juice it right to
We're
the
going to
end.
talk about Don Henley.
That's juice.
I feel like there was something else.
4th of July, earthquakes, whatever.
So many good things.
All
You're
right.
not going to want to miss it. 800-771-1025 or 727-579-1025. It's my Miggs and JoJo here on the Miggs and Swig Show, 1025 The Bone.
JoJo, just a whole damn mess song.
Backs, killing weekends, heart attacks, keep best kept secrets locked away. Somewhere sounding safe. Hijacked, a late night comer, a Cadillac bleeds a little Joe's drummer. The air it tastes like an old ashtray. And every hour blows to another one.
Wait, the chorus is coming. One chorus. Come on, Joe. Stay with me.
Oh, I'm here. I like it.
Emoji me.
Nothing but
Summer Undercovers.
I like that.
It's a new song by The Whole Damn Mess, which is my new project. And the first, we actually just announced that there is a thing called The Whole Damn Mess for the first time, even though we did that festival show. But now, like,
Right.
with the record label and stuff, we're literally just starting promotion, which is very exciting.
I love
Just
it.
shot the video, which is really, it's a short movie. It's 25 minutes or something like that. It's 3 full songs and then other pieces, and it's a whole like film called Redemption.
When does that
And
happen?
that,
Come out
I think, in August. I could be wrong.
on my birthday.
Which is August 11th?
Oh, nope.
Not even close. It's on August something. August 20. No, your mom is the 25th. I mean, no, your mom is the same. No, my mother-in-law is the 25th.
No.
28th.
Yes.
Sorry. You are the 20th.
No.
18th is what I meant.
Minus 15.
Oh, that's I meant the 3rd.
Yes.
That's, tip of my tongue.
Yep. Saw it.
Tip of my tongue. Anywho.
I know March 28th. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not good with that, but I'll emoji.
It's all right.
But I do remember it when I see it on my calendar.
And someone tells you.
You, usually. Jojo, can we talk about where do we are? We're done with the Kardashians. Can we stay on the Jews, please?
Well, yes, but I mean, there was one other.
Oh, go.
Well, because Kylie and Kendall Jenner, they were
Right.
slapped with the lawsuit for for taking Tupac Shakur pictures and trying to profit off the work they made into T-shirts. What I found out on the commercial break was that renowned photographer Michael Miller, who he's photographed Eazy-E, Angelina Jolie, Jack Nicholson, a bunch of others, says he never gave those girls permission to use his pictures, much less sell them on their website. So I'm assuming they took the print and then put their faces on these celebrities' images.
And what they did was, so it's whatever you guys should definitely look it up, but whatever the image is, then it looks like they did like graffiti almost. Like they took a print and put their KK on it.
Yes.
Which
yes. So like on the front, the one they show, like Tupac Shakur, they took like another image of Kendall or Kylie or whoever
from her
their
Instagram. There's literally all the numbers on it.
Yes, and then put it over top a picture that this guy had taken of Tupac, and then on the back they put the KK and.
Who would wear? I guess it's
so
still
dumb.
It's the same people. All the time on the block here, you'll see the fun buses go by with people just wanting to like lollygag.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
the word I'm looking for? Not lollygag, not rubberneck. They're. I was trying to come up with a good word. Jamie didn't.
But I feel
chime
like
in.
all of those are what.
Okay, maybe I'm good.
Yeah.
Where they're just looking around to see if they see, where Sylvester Stallone's son died. Like that's the kind of crap they're interested in. It's like this house here was owned by Rick James, and that would be the only reason to come by here is to be like Rick James locked someone up in that house.
Yes.
And burnt her with a crack pipe. But you're not going to see anything but the outside of that. That's what this whole Kendall, the people who go and do those things wear those shirts.
Yeah, because
Right?
they have nothing better to do. Shia LaBeouf has been arrested
Again.
in Georgia
Again.
for being wasted and losing control of himself. My friends at TMZ tell me that Shia was taken into custody at 4 a.m. this morning. He was booked for disorderly conduct, obstruction, and public drunkenness. He is still in custody. The actor has been down this road before since he was arrested in 2014 outside a New York City cabaret for drunken behavior. He was also arrested for drunk driving in West Hollywood right here in 2008. The story is still developing.
Is that guy going to kill himself?
No, but I mean, does he have nobody in his life? I
Isn't he
just
really
don't
smart?
understand. I thought so, but this isn't smart behavior.
Right.
There is no reason why these people should not. First of all, they should never get a DUI
No.
ever. There are too many means, and you have money to just hire somebody to drive you. There's no reason for it. I will never understand that. Hi, Milo.
Ladies and gentlemen, walking.
Do you want to come up here?
Walking
Oh,
in the
he
room
does
right
not.
now. Oh, it was my son Milo.
He doesn't like you very much.
8 years old and handsome as all get out, but he's not really going to come in and have a conversation. So
there was an article.
I don't get what they do about a guy like that. I'm sorry.
No,
I mean,
but I don't know.
I don't think there's anything you can do. I think it's just self-destructive. I mean, he's just going to burn himself out.
Well, so
and
like
you
it's
can't
like a Britney
stop that.
Spears thing. I think
Yeah.
you get to the point where you just you lose it, and you have to either rebuild yourself completely, which she's done, and she looks great, or you're your own demise at that point.
He
I mean,
must
it's
be
just
bipolar
sad.
or something. Like something's up with the guy because he's supposed to be high.
It may not be that. It may just be the pressure of the celebrity that he has now.
Yeah, but no one even
because
buys his. No one even goes to
it
his
doesn't
movies
matter
anymore.
That
Has
doesn't
he
matter.
been in anything recently?
Yeah, he was in a movie that literally like 8 people went to.
Oh.
But still, people are constantly hounding him because he's a known person. He's a known
Right.
name. So they're always going to follow him. He never has any privacy, and that just cracks you. Some people
Right.
can't handle. Most people couldn't handle that. So I understand why it happens, and that's why they have to like shell themselves away from all of society, or else things like this happen. It's tragic.
There you go.
Um,
Jamie and TMZ.
This week I came across an interesting thing that I wanted to get your opinion on. I don't know if you saw it, where Andrew Garfield,
I better pay attention.
who
Hang on.
plays, just for a minute, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He faces backlash after saying that he was quoted saying, "I'm a gay man right now, just without the physical act.
Wait, I'm a gay man.
I'm a gay man right now."
So he's a gay virgin.
But without the physical act. The LGBTQ community is not happy with him. I don't know why you take offense to that.
Could they mind their own business?
But I just don't understand.
I don't understand why it's any of their business.
He had revealed that he prepared for his new role as a gay man by watching like RuPaul's Drag Race with friends and doing. So he said right now he is associating himself as a gay. But I don't understand why that's offensive.
Right. It's people who don't have sex that are gay or straight. And they're just not having sex. I don't understand why that.
Because he's currently starring in a role.
Right. So it's really for the
where
part.
it's called Angels in America, and he plays Friar Walter, a gay man battling the reality of AIDS during the 80s. So he's doing research, and he is associating himself as a. But I feel like everybody does that.
Right.
Jamie Foxx, when he did the what's his name?
Yep.
The poor man that lived under the prodigy of whatever, and he literally went and slept on the streets in Los Angeles to you take on that role. You want to become that character. So I don't understand. He's not saying anything offensive. I don't know why everybody always has to find something wrong with what people say and do.
Yeah, and actually,
people
by the way,
are always going to say and do dumb stuff.
He's bringing light to a serious, something worth having conversation about.
Right.
And hopefully, in the process of this, he actually helps 5 more people feel more comfortable in their skin. And so I wouldn't poo-poo it and now make him have to take some sort of other stand. Now he's going to have to issue some. I didn't mean that. I apologize. When truthfully, what he should do is
he
ignore
should
it.
not apologize.
He shouldn't
for
say
it.
a word. He should be like, "That's it. This is the dumbest conversation. This is the equivalent of putting emojis in my text." Is what he should say. We're wasting time.
No, let's not go that
We
far.
are wasting time. Move on. Is what he
Maybe
should
if
say.
he uses emojis, they'll understand more better.
That's probably the issue. He didn't emoji his.
And Bitmoji and.
He said, "I'm a gay man who is not having physical. I'm not having sex. Winky, winky.
Eggplant,
hand, this,
tongue,
yeah,
wink, yeah.
yeah. GIF, GIF. We just call it a GIF.
Yeah.
A GIF file. Yeah,
Yeah.
he should have done all that. Had the balloons popping out when you open the text. Do you do that too?
Yes. And then there's like the floating heart, and there's fireworks, and then there's a shooting star one.
I gotta.
And I'm like, oh God, I really wish that I could whatever. And then you send that one because I'm just making a wish on that star.
It's weird to me that you're single. All right, go on.
I don't have cats. I don't even really like cats, so I don't understand why I'm
It's a good
single.
point. You shouldn't be single, Jojo.
Oh, stop.
You shouldn't be.
I do want to ask you. I know.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Monday, here at your home in Los Angeles.
We're gonna have enough B celebrities. You could shake us. You know who's Michelle Wan? What's her name? The skater.
Kwan?
Michelle Kwan. Michelle Kwan's coming.
Not Juan.
No. Stephen Barrow will be here.
Who else? Any single?
I think Larry Fitzgerald's supposed to be here, the football player.
Oh. For the Cardinals?
Yep. Hey, Paul Anka may be here. So we're doing an event for the Jimmy V Foundation, which we did this last year.
2 years ago, I think.
And we're doing another one this year. And the guy from Jersey Boys, Christian something, is singing at it.
Okay.
It should be nice. It should be a nice event.
You have no idea who else is?
I do. I couldn't remember. If you just started rattling off names, I'll say, yeah, Jessica Alba's supposed to be coming.
Oh,
That's a good C.
yes.
There, Jessica Alba. If she starts hitting on me again,
It's going to be very embarrassing.
I'm gonna have to tell her we're gonna need to back
You have to
away.
take her inside and have a private conversation with her.
I could do that too.
No, it's exciting. It's a great event.
Should I get Botox before we go?
No. I like how you're aging.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think you look good.
Well, don't tell that to our friends at South Tampa Dermatology.
I won't.
All right. Shh, pretend they didn't hear this conversation. Actually, but you know what? Summer's here. If you need to go somewhere, and that place should be South Tampa
Well, I like it too.
Dermatology.
They do more than obviously just that. But
sometimes the best thing that happens is the people who work there are also really kind. They send me these great. They're like their own version of TMZ. But you know,
I mean, they really do. And John,
Jim,
thank you, is hysterical. I love having text conversation. He uses emojis and punctuation, so I know exactly what he means.
Right.
But
we do have to go to commercial.
I
so
know,
could you just
but I
tell
was just
us-
going to say a big thing right now because it is summer is the laser hair removal.
Okay.
It's always a rough spot. They are amazing at it, and the Botox, so you don't sweat so much. I did it in my arm.
Botox.
I did it, and it was amazing. But you can go to stderm.com and get all the information, or you can give them a call at 813-872-9551.
Tell them Miggs and Swig sent you, and they will. They basically give you your own car. All right,
Something
so you
like that.
come back. We've got more here on the Miggs and Swig show. Well, I'm going to presume that is that music was it's an interesting choice, Jamie.
Are we on?
Jamie, where'd you pull up that music? What are we looking at?
That was the Clash, Guns of Brixton. I did it because in the last bump, in your song, you had mentioned Joe Strummer, who was in the Clash.
Well, I'm excited that you put that on. I was wondering why you chose that part of the song. That particular song. Are you a Clash fan at all?
I am a mild Clash fan. I really do enjoy them, but not like hardcore.
I just think everything about what they sort of stood for was pretty amazing. I don't know. I'm a fan. That was very nice of you. That was a terrible selection of.
I didn't
of
even.
the song.
But I didn't hear anything about coming back to the Miggs. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that was
Well,
it.
yeah,
I was
because
like-
I had a certain person in my studio came in all yelling and screaming and swearing up and down, so I couldn't hear you guys. I couldn't talk to you
That's
because
what it was, that
a
Maurice over there.
so-called radio professional walked in while we're doing a live show.
He has. You know what? He doesn't have respect for what you're trying to accomplish.
He's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Well, just ask him. He'll tell you that one. Listen, how much do you not like Mo? Be honest, Jamie. It's just us
Right now,
talking.
a great deal.
Don, before
here we
my
Hi.
hello, ladies and gentlemen, before my professionalism is impugned any further, I would like to point out to Jamie that what a radio professional does is if there are people in the studio talking when the mics are off, before you go back to break, you go live mics, and then that lets everyone know.
Did I not say we're going hot?
To who did you say that to?
I said it to them down the line,
No,
so they heard it, and I said it clearly. You're sitting 5 feet from me. You should have heard it.
No, I am talking to Jerica over here, so you have to
Hi,
say.
Jerica. Nobody cares about you boys. Hi, Jerica.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
Oh, I miss you.
I miss you so much.
Don, I'm just saying.
Do I get to see you in a week, Jerica?
All right,
Yes,
all right,
yes, you do.
lesbians,
And
get a
gang up
room.
on Mo with you?
Yes, girl, I cannot
And make
wait.
up for all this lost time that I've had?
Yes, amen.
Perfect.
Don, all I'm saying is in the immortal
Don
words
is bound
of,
and gagged at the moment. He's not able to converse with anybody.
In the immortal words of Ike Turner to Tina, damn, Tina, you got to give a Negro some notice.
Is that what happened?
That's all I'm saying. Live
okay.
mics.
All right, Mo, I got to tell you, just hearing your voice just makes me weepy. I love you so much.
I do love you so much and miss you too, my friend.
Hey, am I allowed to just
Gross.
tell people about your event coming up? Because I was going to say it, and I didn't know if that's a live mic situation.
No, absolutely you can.
All right. Well, can you now that you're right there? Can you?
Because he doesn't know any of the information about it.
No, because I started talking about it before that you sent that note.
Text,
and because then I didn't reply to it, so now I'm wondering, like, did I offend you because I didn't reply yet?
No, Don. I am. This is what I do. I always allow people their idiosyncrasies, and I've known you long enough and have texted you long enough to know your texting idiosyncrasies. So you fall right in line. You text me when it needs to be replied back. Sometimes I will get a 4 or 5 day wait before response, and other times just arbitrarily you will text me the weirdest things, and I love that about you.
Mo, how is my text relationship with you?
You may be one of the quickest responders ever.
Boom.
Yeah.
Am I clear and concise and direct with what I'm trying to convey?
I think
is there room for misinterpretation or confusion?
No, there might be an egregious use of the black thumb emoji, but outside
You're welcome
of that,
for that.
I have no issue.
So can I just tell people? So Mo has a short film premiere and a benefit on Wednesday, August 16th at Side Splitters North, right?
Yes.
Dale Mabry.
North Dale Mabry. Correct.
And it's from 7 to 9 p.m.
7 to 9 p.m. And I will tell you this, and JoJo can corroborate. I asked her, I said, when will everyone be back? Because it would mean this is a labor of love, man, and it's a beautiful 8 minutes of film. Your boy, Peter, is doing the sound mixing on the dialogue as we speak now. I threw him a little business. And it's a beautiful piece, and I would love for you guys to be there. So I asked JoJo when you guys would be back. She intimated that it would be around August 15th, and that's why it's set for the 16th.
Hang on a second. I'm going to look at my calendar right
You're
at this
back August
moment.
14th.
All right, hang on. Everybody relax. This is not I got a little frog in my throat. What's the date again, did he say? August 16th?
Yes.
August 16th.
So August 16th, boys return to school. I do have that's of that. August 16th. I'm putting it in right now.
Okay.
Hang on.
7 to 9. I tried to make it as early as possible while
oh, my God.
making it as late as possible because it is a film
4:30
premiere.
was not an option for you?
Well, I don't know that people want to see a film. It's only 8 minutes long, but I don't know that people want to watch it.
Mo, do I need to reply to you?
I'm going to send out formal invitations, but you do not need to reply to me.
In this text. So we're good in the text.
We are good
we're solid.
We are good in the text, and I'm going to step back so you guys can finish your show. If you would please remain over for a break, I would love it.
I mean, that's all I got in me. I got a lot going on.
I'm here for you.
Okay.
Right.
Stay as long as you can. I'll
Yay.
come
Hey,
right
Mo.
back. Yes, sir.
Mo, before all of that, make sure if you haven't, you order your Dads Know Best book. It's out. Your quote is in there.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie's quote is in there.
Where can I order it?
Roland's quote is not in there.
Did you edit out Roland?
No, I didn't get one from him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was not meant to be a slag. It's just that I didn't want 14 people from the radio show station to be in there. If you know what I mean?
Understood.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Understood.
But the book is available. You could obviously go to dadsknowbest.com, but I believe let me just see if I have it. It's supposed to be on what's that thing called? Amazon.
Amazon.
Be on Amazon coming up, and there it is. It is on Amazon. Dads Know Best. Oh no, that's the Kindle. All right, I'm out. It's coming into Amazon more than
Oh my God,
just
just tell them the website.
Dads Know Best. I couldn't say it any more times than they already have.
Okay, well, we're good then. It doesn't matter. They can find it on dadsknowbest.com.
You are upsetting me.
Oh,
All right,
you're annoying me.
Thanks, Mo. All right, JoJo,
thanks,
back
guys.
to you.
Thank you.
Let's talk about me getting up on stage. Is that what you want to talk about? No?
No.
Oh, you want to talk about the other Don Henry?
I want to talk about how I've pretty much ate and drank my way through the last 4 weeks of my life.
So what do you do about that?
I don't know. I almost honestly just don't even care anymore.
Well, that's
Like, I just am enjoying myself.
you got to hit rock bottom then.
Oh,
Like, what do you mean? Like, are you eating? Is it literally if you're like, that looks like a donut, I'm gonna have that?
no. I mean, I don't. I like to taste things.
Oh, I know that. Here's the problem: you can't have that voice and be as sexy as you sound, and then when you show up, someone go, "Oh man, I'd rather just listen to her on radio." You gotta
That's
have.
why I'm on radio.
No, you've got to give them what they want when you're in person. You got to
I
boom
give 'em.
shakalaka.
Yeah, I don't
it,
think
you
giving people what they want is JoJo's problem.
know? Ooh, okay, but
What is my problem then?
You're taking advice from Don. You know what you need to do? Live the
What?
life way you want, not what other people perceive. Eat that donut. Enjoy yourself. You look good as you are.
Thanks, Jamie.
You are welcome.
He's just trying to get back in my good graces. That definitely helped.
That
Flattery
does.
will get you everywhere.
Excellent.
So, what do you don't have a plan? Do you work out?
Yes.
How often?
I mean, I hate working out, but I love eating. So,
Yeah, one is not. You got to put the fork down. You want to lose weight.
I mean, it's 90% what you put in your mouth.
Yeah.
So,
So I would
I
say
choose wisely.
Yeah, you should. Do you though? I don't. See, my problem is I get up in the morning and I'll say, I'm not doing anything today. Today's the day. There'll
Okay.
be nothing.
Okay.
I step outside, someone puts a chocolate donut there, and I go right after I'm done with that donut.
Okay.
Then I eat the donut.
No.
Now I'm ruined.
Okay, I'm not that bad. Like I overeat. Like if something is really good, I don't know when to stop.
Right.
Whether it's healthy or unhealthy.
Do you feel sick?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I've gotten better over the years. So
That you can hold more?
yeah,
It's like you
I
can
think
hold
it's
your
more
liquor.
just the drinking. Oh, I'm a good drinker. I
Are
don't know
you-
if that's something to be proud of,
No.
but I am.
What do you mean? You drink a lot?
I can drink a lot.
That's not what I asked you. Do you drink a lot?
No.
All right, during the week. Here, all right, give me.
I don't drink when I'm at home during the week.
They say
Unless I like have
up
something
to
to
7 glasses a week of something is okay.
do. So like one a day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So where are you on that scale?
I'm not 7 a week on average, no. But when I come out here and we were just in Montana for the 4th of July, which is
7 a day.
amazing. Easy 7 a day. And now we have friends staying with us for the next, few days. And so we lunch and we dinner and we have drinks. But I mean, it might be just like a little glass of wine or whatever, but.
It's still alcohol.
Right.
Ben would still say
Correct.
poison is poison.
It's so delicious though.
Do you think you have a problem at this point?
No,
No, you feel okay.
I do.
Um,
Do I look terrible and super bloated?
you look a little
Do
bloated.
I look puffy?
Yeah, a little puffy.
Oof.
But I mean,
That's
you know what?
unfortunate.
your voice is great.
Thank
and
you.
And I didn't give you an emoji because I was kidding. Do you need an emoji that says I was kidding?
Why are you giving me spirit fingers? That's not an
Is that is that what this is?
You're giving me two. Well, you were moving your fingers. Those are spirit fingers. What I don't.
What the hell does that mean?
Oh, when you're doing like the praise, the 2 hands up.
Spirit fingers?
It's like amen.
All right, this is stupid.
It's
That's
like,
why nobody.
Yes.
Best thing about Montana this year?
Oh boy. I love having the honor of being able to go every year. I appreciate the invite, and it's become my favorite holiday. It's one of my favorite places to go to. I love when new people. It was so nice having Mike Calta and his family there.
N-E-W, not N-U-D-E. New people, she said.
And
Go on.
nude.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, Mike Calta came out. And
you know what? I really, well, I hope so. And I tried.
They can't tell with that dude.
I know.
I'm like, hey, give me one look. Is this a great time? Are you having a terrible time? I kicked him in the shin just to see.
They did, and I just wanted them to feel comfortable. I know it's a lot of people, and it can be overwhelming, and there's stuff planned. There's parties every night, and, there's a lot of people. It's over 500 people accumulating over the 5-day period, and so I know it's a lot. I just wanted them to be able to experience everything that we've been able to and more with like being able to appreciate Montana, which they did, and they had some time to go out on their own, and they went to Glacier National Park and walked around and did all that kind of stuff.
Oh, they did do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So I think they had a really good time, which made me happy and made me feel good. But I really just love hanging out, and
Right, and the bocce. You guys play bocce.
bocce's the best.
So my sister-in-law, Nikki DeBartolo, she does a thing that they call going all bocce. And that happens, well, her husband calls it going all
oh yeah,
bocce.
she goes bocce.
Sometimes she gets spirited, hand-spirited, if she's had a couple drinks and someone does something that she deems as stupid or offensive or action she needs to take action upon.
Yeah.
And she will go all bocce on that person.
She's so
And
funny.
so this year she didn't go all bocce.
No, well, we didn't stay in it long enough. I mean, it's single elimination because there's so many teams, but we go all out. And regardless of whether or not we win, we do really have a great time because everybody's there competing. And I'll get a text usually a couple weeks before that just says, what size shirt, what size pant, what size shoe, and then I get outfitted. which I posted a couple of pictures on social media. And my
Joanne
shoes, my shoes, they were light up shoes, and we were Bomb Pops this year. So we had the Bomb Pop leggings and tank tops, and we get hats and fanny packs, and we really 4th of July it up. But it's a blast. And this year, actually, my sister's team took first place, and my younger brother's team took second place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So us Petrellas, we really
really made it. You're not getting an invite next year.
we bought you. We take it seriously, but no, we really have a good time with it.
My favorite thing was Don Henley.
He was amazing. Well,
Amazing.
Okay.
He was great. You didn't think he was amazing?
He didn't start off great for me. And then he made a comment about he didn't want people to use flash photography or really be on their phones at all. He wanted them like it was 1960 to be in the moment.
It's none of his business to do.
I just feel like it's 2017. Like, you know that this is what people do. People want to capture things. People need to post it to social media because otherwise it didn't really happen.
Right.
And whatever, and let other people see into their world a little bit. So I just thought the way in which he said it,
He's kind of a pompous.
it came across a bit.
Yeah. Douche.
Yes.
Yeah. But he was still great.
He was still great. And the second half of it, I thought, I didn't realize I knew. There were a couple songs I didn't realize that he had either wrote or sang, but I thought he ended up great.
Right.
Low Cash performed at the after, and I was surprised.
They were great.
They were great. You performed.
I was great.
You were great.
I was.
Surprisingly so to a lot of people. I'm not going to lie to you.
Really?
Yes.
It was. Honestly, a lot of people said to me, like,
You sounded great.
yeah. Which was funny because I'm like, well, this is what I do.
My boyfriends Evan and Jaron got up there. That might have been one of my favorite parts of the evening, to see them.
My sister-in-law Tiffany, who does not like anything I do, was front and center when I got off. She was like, "You were amazing."
You
Which
did.
was
You did
crazy.
great.
Well, thanks. Hey, you know what this time is now? It's time for us to go. It's pretty sad.
Because it's time for a cat named Mo.
It's time for us to go for a cat named Mo with Jericho.
Oh, close.
Close, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
We will be back next week
I'll actually be
in Tampa.
in the Tampa studio, but you'll still get to see my face.
You're doing a meet and greet out front before
Sure.
or after? Sure. If you want to see JoJo, you just let us know. Hey, thank you very much for spending time with us. Thanks to Moffitt. Thanks to
South Tampa Dermatology. My friends at Clean Juice for always being so wonderful and keeping everybody healthy, strong, and body.
And keeping it real. And
Yep.
Ben Swig, keep it on the road. Jamie, Roland, thank you very much for being here. You
Yes.
are listening to the Miggs and Swig Show. Back next week. Take good care of yourself. Miggs and Swig.